After 3 years of investigating the paranormal, and my husband's been doing it for over 10 years, this was the first instance that I can say and use the term haunted. We don't use the term loosely. It's a word that comes up just very rarely. Usually we say paranormal activity because we cannot confirm it by any other sources or means. So in this particular situation, not only do we have electronic voice phenomena on tape answering our questions directly, but we had the physical experiences as well by several different investigators. Not only that, but we seem to capture light anomalies on video, and also our equipment was reacting quite strangely. So with all of that together, we can safely, and in our opinion, reiterate to the public that we think Yorktown Memorial Hospital is very haunted.
Yorktown Memorial Hospital, we encountered a very unique experience. In all my years doing paranormal investigation, which has been about 10 years or so, never really encountered something as unique as what we experienced there. We didn't suspect that we would encounter the types of things that we encountered there. We thought it was going to be just like lots of our other investigations that we do. Now, usually upon our investigations that we do for our clients and other investigations that we do in other establishments, very rarely do you encounter the type of paranormal evidence that we encountered at Yorktown. It's only a very small percentage of the time, only about 10%, that investigators get the types of things that we got. But we conducted careful analysis. Our team does a very stringent debunking process when we go into an establishment. It's because going back with all our experiences, we want to rule out every possibility of natural occurrence. After careful analysis of our evidence from Yorktown Memorial Hospital, we can safely say that the evidence that we collected is extraordinary from a paranormal perspective. The experiences that we had in Yorktown, just from a personal perspective as a paranormal investigator, were very extreme. We honestly did not know how to react to a lot of these things that were happening, because these are not everyday things that occur to paranormal investigators. Based on all our collective analysis of all the evidence that we gathered from Yorktown Memorial Hospital, we could safely say that it is very haunted.
My name is Joanne Rivera, and I'm an associate here at Yorktown Hospital. My friend Phil Ross, who's the owner, and myself found this hospital last summer. We were in search of unique properties, and a friend of Phil's happened to mention that he had an old supposed haunted hospital in Yorktown and that he was looking to sell it. So of course we made an immediate drive down here and climbed through windows and snuck around the building, checking it all out. We were interested enough that Phil went back and spoke to the owner of the property then and negotiated a deal for us to buy the property. So since then, we've been doing investigations and some film work here, and the hospital seems to have a lot of paranormal activity. The first investigation that took place here, I was with the group, and my experience during that investigation was that I was standing at the nurse's station, and suddenly a friend of mine and I were watching the monitors, and a man came walking up the hallway from the emergency room, and we both saw him at the same time. You could see a bright light, you could see white pants, but as we waited at the nurse's station, which he would have had to cross, there was nobody there. I have also experienced a loss of my equilibrium in the downstairs. I walked right into one of the doors that was standing open because I felt like I actually was kind of tilting over, and I happened to walk into one of the doors. There's a lot of activity here. The room that I guess bothers me the most is down by labor and delivery. It's the cleanup room, and I'm sure as you're taking a tour you'll come across that room. There's a large basin in there, and just really, really feel a lot of negative, very active energy there.
No, it's not.
Sitting here is that at the very end there, that window that's black right now. There were no lights on, and there's an outside light, so you can see if there's somebody in that room walking around.
Okay.
Well, that's what we were concentrating on, is we're looking and we're watching two people walking around in that room.
Is it true that people have heard screams
Yeah, I've heard.
in this labor room here in
Yeah.
maternity ward?
I don't know if it's this or this, the end one down here, but at night, I can call my girlfriend, and I have Verizon, so they're not everywhere, so I gotta get up on the roof, right, to get, out. And I've been standing up there and heard the scream I heard as a little kid.
Okay.
But, they've heard screaming,
I've heard women screaming?
women and, kids, but I've never heard the woman, but I've heard that kid scream.
So is there anyone in this room that would like to speak with us tonight? If so, please speak into our recorders.
That's outside, for the record. It sounded like kids outside. I would roll that in.
If there's anyone here that would like to speak with us, now is your opportunity to come forth and communicate. Are you at peace here? Can you tell us if you're at peace?
Okay.